Good morning. Welcome to Fluttering in the Spirit Tarot. Today is Sunday, November 8th, 2025. Please subscribe, follow, and like this video. This is going to be a reading today for the sign of Pisces. I'm going to do a love reading today. Please take what fits here and leave the rest. Use your own intuition. Just going to go ahead and shuffle these cards a bit. I hope everybody is having a good Sunday morning. All right, Spirit, what is the message today? I'm going to go ahead and cut the deck. Spirit, angels, ancestors, guides. What is the message today for the sign of Pisces? All right, Spirit. What is the message today for Pisces? We're going to take flying cards today. And we have chasing. Past life, relationship. So you have known this person before. Okay, conflict, clashing, differences, incompatibility. Okay. So in this current connection that's coming up in this reading today, it does seem like there is a lot of chasing going on in this connection. So there's a lot of resilience, a lot of desire to pursue it. But the extent of the chasing, maybe at a toxic level, is what this is reflecting. And this is a past life relationship. So this is not the first go round with this person, and some of what is toxic in this connection is definitely a repeated pattern. There's definitely been conflict over these things, whatever the differences are, or incompatibility, which we'll clarify, get a little more clarification on what those might be. So the chasing or the pursuit, that's one of the toxic things that Spirit is bringing to your attention regarding this connection. You may feel like you have to chase or heavily pursue this person. And when you do, there's conflict. Spirit, tell me more about why chasing is here. Is that a card turned over? No second chance. Okay. So this is the second chance card, but it was in reverse. So that's reconciliation, making amends, or an opportunity. But this is reflecting that there is not an opportunity. Spirit, please give us some more clarification regarding the chasing. Why is this card here? What more do you want Pisces to know? regarding this past life connection that you're chasing pretty resiliently. There's a toxic trait to it. Okay, infidelity, which may be a repeated pattern. Incompatibility, maybe not wanting the same things in a relationship or the same level of seriousness. You had hoped for a reconciliation, making amends for the past, moving forward, an opportunity. But this card is showing that there's a lack of commitment in this connection. This person, you may be chasing them and they're running because it's incompatibility. Okay. Lack of commitment. And then hopeless was in reverse. And hopeless is sinking, despair, falling apart. So this is going to be the opposite of that. Maybe you just don't have a feeling of despair regarding what is happening. Or that's not your current energy. Spirit, tell me more. Okay, 2 of them fell out. Okay, realizations, epiphanies. And we have bluff. Pretending mask. You see through it. You're not falling apart because you have an understanding of what's happening. This has happened before. You've pursued or chased this person. There's always differences in incompatibility getting in the way. You keep giving second chances, but there is no second chance because the reconciliation is not there. The mutual wanting to make amends and to accept this new opportunity, but instead it's repeat patterns. Lack of fidelity. But you're not in despair because you went through a awakening. You have an understanding. You can sense the energy in the connection, and you've learned to read people pretty well due to probably past situations. Deja vu. This could be with this person. This could be with past people you've had relationships with in this life. This could be past life repeated patterns and karmic lessons that feel familiar to you, but you wouldn't have a recollection of them. Okay. So next we're gonna get some advice. Actually, what is going to be the outcome? Let's do that next. What is the outcome with this connection? I'm going to shuffle these cards a bit. We're going to pull some tarot cards next. What is the outcome? And we will pull cards as far as what Spirit's advice is. And we're going to use the Clarifying Life Situations deck for that. But first, I want to pull that advice first, actually. And if you follow the advice, then we'll pull the tarot cards for what the outcome can be here. Okay. Because this is not exactly the greatest situation here. Being that this is someone that you have a past life connection with. Could just be a feeling of deja vu, so that could be different for different people who are watching this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the deck, and we'll pull some advice cards. What is Spirit's advice here regarding this situation? For the sign of Pisces, please subscribe, follow, and like this video. It helps out a lot. I am just getting started here, so any support is really appreciated. Spirit, what is the advice? Spirit, what is the advice? Okay, these cards wanted to fall out. Looks like we have 4 cards. So I'm going to go ahead and take them. Okay, so the first card we have is Saving Grace. Forgiving yourself and others heals the wound and sets you free. Forgive yourself for chasing this connection, and forgive the person for the infidelity. And then we have past life and the opposite of despair. Having hope, potentially. Not hopeless, but having hope. Past life. Rough road. Prepare carefully before you continue, for it's a long journey ahead. Okay, so you're starting here, where you can see it's very rough. But once you get past this rough patch, there is an easier terrain to travel. So Spirit's telling you to prepare carefully before you start. So like when you're going on, let's say you were going on a hiking trip, it would be smart to check the trail to see what kind of terrain you might encounter, so that you are prepared and you have an idea of how long it's going to take, so you don't end up out in the dark or end up on a rougher terrain than you're prepared or really want to walk on. So at this time, it's definitely important to prepare. Let's see what else Spirit has for advice. Okay, so next we have conflict and realizations or understandings. So maybe you have now a better understanding or realization of why there's so many differences and what the incompatibility is and the clashing in this connection. Give up control, release your grip on outcomes, embrace the present moment and the wisdom that Spirit is showing you. Okay, and then the last one, which would be the opposite of second chance. The opposite of reconciliation, making amends, and an opportunity. So that would be walking away, calling this person's bluff because they're pretending, they're exaggerating certain things in this connection to stay connected to you, and they're wearing a mask. And if you have been suspecting or really questioning what this person's motives are, Spirit's telling you to have grace, but know this is a rough road, and give up control of the outcome. And the last one is seek truth. Embrace clarity as revelations unfold. Keep an open mind for answers. Illuminate the path to understanding. So give up control, seek truth. Maybe you're starting to see the truth, so you need to embrace the clarity of what Spirit's trying to tell you. Okay, so we are going to end this with some advice cards, and we're going to use tarot cards for this. And if we need to clarify, then we'll clarify. I'm going to cut the deck. Spirit, what is the advice for Pisces today regarding this connection? Spirit, what is the advice for Pisces today? The first card we have is the Death card in reverse. Spirit, give me one more card for advice. All right, and we have the Two of Swords in reverse. So both of these cards of advice that have appeared in this reading today have appeared in reverse. Okay, so the Death card in reverse would refer to clinging to the past, refusing to make changes. This could be loss of a friendship. You've definitely been feeling some dread over this situation, because maybe this is a connection that you've had in your life for a while. It's past life. Or maybe it's just someone that you feel like you've known forever. Someone that you did feel like you were having a strong connection with, which is why you chased the way that you did. And then the next card for advice is the Two of Swords. And that's confusion. Feeling defeated in this situation because you did have hope in it. But you do really need to open your eyes and seek the clarity, because there is injustice. And you felt very unheard in this connection. So it's not balanced. Again, you feel like you're doing a lot of chasing. So Spirit is definitely encouraging you to give up control. Stop chasing. Seek the truth. I'm going to get one more card for advice. Spirit, what is the final piece of advice that you would like to leave for Pisces today regarding this connection? Thank you, Spirit. I want to thank you all for watching this video. Please subscribe, follow, and like. I appreciate all your support. All right, and we have plan wisely. Cultivate success through meticulous research and strategic plotting. Your foresight will unveil new paths. So plan wisely, Pisces. Do your research, seek the truth, embrace clarity, keep an open mind. Your foresight will unveil new paths. There's a new path ahead, but it might be a rough road for a second. Thank you for watching. Till next time.